Alright, and in today's video of training for Milwaukee, our double restricted format here, we have a little bit of a different team based off of a suggestion about seeing whether or not we could get Terrifier Ogre Pond with a helping hand in the sun. You know, just all the boosts. Focus energy too if we can manage it. It seemed very amusing, so here I am to try it. So yeah, this is what I've concocted. Just how can we get Ogre Pond to basically delete everything that she touches, and this is my answer for that. I don't know if it's a great answer. Oh, but hey, look! It looks like they want to provide the sun for me. So thoughtful, genuinely very thoughtful of them. Yeah, probably not what they had in mind, but you know what? That's okay. I like the idea of going here. And here, and here, and here. And unfortunately that means that we will not have a... Oh, I know I don't like this. Won't have helping hand, but eh. You know what? Can't bring all 6, sadly. And a team will definitely need more optimization in order to get all of the components that I need onto it at the same time. But yeah, for today's exercise, we're just going to see just how much damage we can have this Hearthflame Ogre Pond rolling. Now that might mean that the focus energy is a little bit harder to get off, depending on how badly I have to stop a Trick Room, because I think there's a very reasonable possibility that they might go for a Trick Room in this first turn, and I'd really rather they didn't. Both of my restricteds are faster, and that is actually going to be something fairly significant to consider going into... Oh! Yeah, I don't like that. Like, that basically just screams all the Trick Room at me. Yep, okay, well, that's neat. That's not great, but it is what it is. Okay. You know what? I want a Shadow Ball here, and, I want Focus Energy. That could be hilarious if we just roll out the focus. Nah. We're just gonna go for the destructive potential of the Hearthflame Ogre Pond. Okay, so we'll see what we've got going on. Anyway, though, as I was saying, something that will need to be taken into consideration with the Milwaukee team is how to create what Michael Kelch refers to as speed sandwiches, which is where you have a very fast Pokemon, ideally a Pokemon that outruns everything else on the field, and then you have a very slow Pokemon, somebody that is slower than everyone on the field. So in a situation like this, where they have no disadvantages, ooh, that was quite good, where they have no disadvantages for setting up a Trick Room situation, which they may or may not have gone for. We'll see. Yep, okay, so they did decide to go for that Trick Room situation. But basically, where they would normally not have any issues with it, you actually present them with a conundrum, because they have to look at the situation and say, okay, well, you outspeed me outside of Trick Room, but then you turn around and you outspeed me inside of Trick Room too. And that's a very delicate situation for opponents to try and get through. It can be very challenging. So, that's what this is. This is a Gravity Hypnosis team. Oh, yuck. I mean, kudos to my opponent. I will have to remember that myself. But no, Lunala, you don't get to do that anymore. Go away. There will be no more. No more of this Gravity Hypnosis shenanigans. Yes, that means that most likely a Groudon is coming out next, which I'm not exactly what you'd call thrilled about, because Preposis Blades not missing is extremely strong, for pretty obvious reasons. But you know what? If, by some magical method, we can figure out how to get through this Trick Room, we'll be in great shape. Big if. Okay, well, that was our one turn, and we're going to protect there, and we're going to Spiky Shield here. Yeah! Oh, okay, bye. Bye, Farigiraf. They've got their Gravity, they've got their Trick Room. Oh, they've got a Torkoal. That's lovely. Actually, this is a very decently crafted Trick Room Gravity team combination. Looks like we are going to successfully manage to burn the first turn, though, without losing anybody, which is nice. Yep, Preposis Blade's coming out. Not super concerned about that one directly. I mean, yeah, it's going to hurt, but let me take a look at this. Okay, how many turns left do we have to burn? We have to burn 2 more turns of Trick Room. So we're going to swing for the double protect, and Aurelius, honestly, is our best chance at surviving. Not sure what their thought process is in going that direction, but okay. Because Aurelius should actually be able to tank this quite... well, maybe not quite well, but he should be able to tank it. Oh, I know why they did that. They did that so that they could have Sun in just a moment, because the Sun's most likely going to wear off. Yep, so goodbye, Fluttermane. Oof! Aurelius takes a critical hit. That's not cool. Part of life, but it's not cool. And, yep, then we're going to send out... you. Yep, so we need Calyrex to come on out. And our Calyrex friend, he is going to protect for this final turn of the Trick Room. And I don't expect Aurelius to actually get an attack off. Like, I fully expect him to get deleted by the Groudon over there. And if for some reason he doesn't, well, cool. Oh, okay, Hyper Voice, neat. Well, Aurelius survived that, but he's not going to survive the Preposis Blades at this point. Okay, they have not spent their Terra yet. It makes me wonder what the Terra is currently pointed at. Alright, well, the Twisted Dimensions return to normal. Out comes our Hearthflame Ogerpon in the sun with the Fire Terra. We're chucking some big damage around here. She's probably not going to survive the Preposis Blades, to be perfectly honest. I want to Psychic that guy. So this is annoying because it does have additional abilities that don't usually come up very often. Okay, cool. One of those is Sap Sipper, which makes Farigarath immune to grass-type moves, which would be a very nasty surprise at this point in the game. Here comes the Ivy Cudgel. Well, we'll get to see Ivy Cudgel in the sun with the +1 attack. Bop! Well, alright, color me impressed. So we went from being in a potentially very terrible situation to being in a great situation. Like, there's really no problem at this point, because it's these two against a Torkoal. And nothing against Torkoal, but yeah, this is not a great situation to be the slowest Pokemon on the field. So we're just going to go massive offense, and the opponent surrenders. There we go. Alright. Well, very good game to my opponent. Thank you very much for playing. I like this team. I feel like there is a certain degree... I feel like it has potential. So I'm probably going to write this down somewhere and keep cycling through some team options. But as far as a core, there's possibility here. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today's game. Hope to see you next time, and get out there and have a champion time.